People have a lot to say about these pistols. Say they're for noobs. Say that they're not fair. They suck to play against. Say that they're all RNG. But here's a news flash. I'm not a very good, so it's all kind of RNG for me anyway. And you know what I think about these pistols? I think they're fucking awesome. I think having some cowboy pistols and just coming here and spitting lead and hate at anything that gets in your way is a great time. And I'd encourage you to do the same. So what do you think, partner? Can I interest you in a pair of pistols? The obvious first question is, what's the best pistols to use? For me, it's got to be these Caldwell conversion pistols. The combination of accuracy, rate of fire, and reload. Also, and I can't state this enough, the skins are awesome, which is very important to me. So, I love the Caldwell conversion pistols. These are the ones I have the most success with. Very important thing to add is the ammo type. I always run FMJ. We'll talk about that here in a second. Let's get back to pistols. My second favorite pair to run, and this is the one that I'm going to catch hell for, but I just love these Nagant silencers. These Nagant silencers with poison ammo are incredible. You can burn through a map. This will drop all types of PvE in no time. If you're just sick of fucking with dogs or armored, or you were in a firefight and everything was going great until some immolator came along, these are going to solve all your PvE problems amazingly quick. And there's some big drawbacks to these, but they're just so powerful at burning down the PvE around you. And as a solo player, that's so important. That I actually have used this loadout before. And if you're really just sick of fucking with the PvE for a little bit, these will just make moving around the map a dream. My favorite thing about Showdown is that everybody kind of has their own taste and everybody's passionate about what they like. So the pistols I like, you may hate. So let's run through some of the other pistols just in case you're not a big fan of these conversion pistols or these Nagant silencers don't have enough punch for you. Chain pistols are very important to the dual wielding community. They're for a very particular, they're therapeutic is what they are. You've been headshot 3 or 4 times. You've been wall banged. You stepped in your own trap and killed yourself at a bounty. That's what these chain pistols are for. You're done sneaking around in the bushes. You're going to grab, 40 rounds of FMJ and you're going to fill the first barn full of it if you even see something move. That's what these chain pistols are about. I love it. I love the attitude about it. And if you're a chain pistol fan, and especially if you're a dual wield chain pistol fan, good luck hitting shit with these. But I just think it's awesome that you're doing it. Some great skins for the chain pistols. And again, I just think it says a lot about you. You're just, these are an attitude. These are a way of being and existing in Hunt. The people that are dual wielding the chain pistols they've just accepted their fate. And just look out. The Caldwell packs, beautiful skins on this one as well. I really like the packs, probably one of my favorite for fanning with FMJ. Dual wield, it hits hard, and with the buffs, it's nice. I always feel like the first 2 shots with this are great. It's just as the fight goes on, maybe it's just that I'm used to the rhythm of the conversions, but these just get way inaccurate the more you start pumping through the bullets. I just don't have that much success with these. They hit hard, but fanning with FMJ, and I love this gun. I actually found that there were some people that were fans of the LeMat dual wielding. I am not, however. My issue with the LeMat is it's not that good on the pistol side. Like, there's better dual wield pistols. And if I want a shotgun, due to the nature of pistols just costing you 2 points and you having this medium slot, you can actually just come down here and grab a Romero. And I actually like to run that, and I've really been liking it with my creepy grandma skin. Run a couple of these Dragon Breath rounds or slugs, and then I just actually have a shotgun, and then I flip to this after I drop the first target, and I go to work on the rest of the team. That's my only issue with the LeMat is if I want a shotgun, I'll just grab one. I don't really like the LeMat, but the people that are passionate about it swear by it. So check it out because maybe I'm missing something. I'm not very good. That could just be the problem. The Nagant isn't the worst, and you have to use it a little bit to unlock the silence version to get the poison ammo and all that. But I think my biggest complaint about the Nagant is it doesn't get the FMJ that the conversion pistols do. And again, it's just that rhythm and timing, and the spread is just tighter with the conversion pistols. The Officer, to me, this is just better used by itself. I don't know. Some people love the way it spits out rounds. I just do not have success with this. The spread is just too bad, especially again, as you continue to fire. I just really have a hard time getting these to work. The Schofield here is actually a very accurate, I think it is actually the most accurate dual wielding pistols. However, the rate of fire is much slower. And one of the things you'll notice about dual wielding as you try it is that there's kind of a rhythm to it to get you the most out of your accuracy. There's kind of a timing, and these Schofields just don't have the sync and the pizzazz that the conversion pistols to me. But there are people that like these. I don't have them unlocked to show you, but these Model 3 Swifts are actually pretty good versions of Schofields. Remember, you got to burn through all the ammo to get the most out of your reload, but there's people that swear by these, and I saw some people really making some arguments for it. So check those out. Or the Spitfires. The Spitfire to me is just, again, better used solo. It spits out a ton of rounds, but it's hard to even hit the broadside of a barn, it feels like to me. And for 108, I feel like using it for anything other than its dedicated purpose is just not good. Two other pistols I'll talk about real quick. The Uppercut, I never dual wield these. Some people like to. You can say it's a 3-star thing. I think it's awesome. I think it looks awesome. But again, the recoil is just egregious, and I just don't have nearly any success. But yes, I've done it. And, I actually have started out with like a broke kit and then found one of these on the ground, and I'll use my dual wield up close and then use this for long range, and it's not the worst setup. This is one of those weapons that you find a lot of, and it can be real tempting, but I just have no success dual wielding these. But those first 2 shots are something. But if any type of sustained shooting, it just becomes a nightmare. They look awesome. Great gun. I'd love to use it for my long range option sometimes if I find one on the ground. Beautiful skins. Love the Uppercut. But for dual wield, I just don't have a lot of success with it. And I'm just going to give this honorable mention. I would never be good enough to pull this off, but for those of you that just like to live at the edge of the bayou and you just really get crazy, I actually do see people running this double Sparks pistols. It's crazy, but I saw a guy just doing work with it. Again, I don't ever have the skill to pull something like this off, but to those of you who do it, I salute you. That is awesome. I think it's so cool. And to those looking for a real challenge, here it is. So there's my thoughts on the pistols. As for me in my house, 90% of the time, I'm running these Caldwell conversions. The next subject is ammo. The people that love dum-dum ammo, they just love it. I don't know what it is. There's something about it causing a bleed, putting some condition. They feel like it gives them kind of this advantage. They love the bleeds. My issue with the bleeds is that at low levels where players don't or kind of panic about it, it seems better. But, every time I've gotten a 4 or 5 stars, some people will just get hit with dum-dum ammo and turn around and light you up. I think the best thing due to the nature of the, RNG with dual wield is to reduce the amount of times you have to hit a target to kill it. The more 2-hit kills you can get, the more success you're going to have. And nothing comes close to Full Metal Jacket. Plus, I just have to tell you, Full Metal Jacket feels like a cowboy bullet. And when you dump a bunch of bullets through a fence or through a door or through a wall and you just cowboy someone down through, some barrier, it is just amazing. Feels like you're in a movie. It's totally kick-ass. Love Full Metal Jacket ammo. Always run my FMJ. So if you're a dumb person, know that I love and respect your decision, but I just cannot give up my FMJ. It's just too much fun. It hits too hard, and it just feels awesome. The only obvious talent choice that you have to have is ambidextrous. Bolt thrower's nice if you're using the hand crossbow like I suggest. The only problem with ambidextrous is it doesn't unlock until I think around rank 72-ish. So you're going to spend a lot of your dual wield life without this trait or even having access to it if you prestige or if you're new to the game. And this is where your secondary choice can be very important in either creating initiative or being kind of like a fallback weapon in case you blow through all your ammo and you need to reload. Because it takes a while, even with this trait. Without it, it can take a pretty good while to reload. So, but this is a big help if you have access to it. Game changer. So we got our pistols picked out, but now we got to dress them up for the dance here. So let me show you some different loadouts that I think are a lot of fun to run with your pair of pistols. And what I do to have fun. And again, that's the goal here, to have a good time. I fell in love with this game when I stopped trying to chase stars and rating and just went in there and had a good time. So I'm going to show you some builds that are going to allow you to do that. Whether you're new or you're just looking to get crazy and you're looking to try some different things up, let me give you some ideas here and some ways that I have a really good time. This is my favorite kit. Okay, now I'm a 3-star player that plays a lot of solo. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt, but this is my favorite kit. Hand crossbow, one of my favorite weapons in the game. The utility that this weapon provides for its cost, I think this is the MVP weapon for solo play. The hand crossbow just does not get the love it deserves. The utility you get with this weapon. Now, the poison bolts don't work on the hive so well, but the regular bolts work so well. It can shut crows up. The poison bolts one-shot armored. Takes out horses. The one-shot immolators. It can silently take out dog pens. And look, when you're playing dual wield, don't be afraid to put down that long ammo mindset. You don't have to sit back here in the bush. You can go right up in here and can confront these sons of bitches. Gonna come into your house. Now remember, this crossbow also, as if I haven't convinced you already, it also one-shot hits if you hit them in the chest. Let's see if I can pull this off for you, because you need it. I know you're not going to believe me if I don't pull it off. Oh no, I hit the traps. Now, one of my favorite ways to play FMJ, you can play a real stealthy, but sometimes I really just like to get crazy with it. You never know what's gonna happen. See? You just accept your fate on the bayou. And now me and this guy gotta dance it out. Another thing that you can do with this that's nice is if you kill a player, and it won't matter here because this was a pair that died, I think, unless their partner's outside or something, but if you shoot them with a poison bolt, right, that poison cloud will keep them from being rezzed. It's really hard to res them if they have that on them. Another thing you can do is cover avenues of approach. Say there's a door you don't want people coming through. Shoot a poison bolt at it. Now you got a poison cloud they got to run through if they want to come through there. And it lasts for a few minutes. So it's a great way to deny areas, deny reses. So after all the things I've shown you, all of that for $100, I think we can all agree that the hand crossbow is just the MVP weapon for solo play. And I think it just is great for one person in your team to have one of these. If you're on a heater of taking headshots or you just can't get it together, you've never tried dual wield, you're out of money, whatever your situation is, all of us hit a streak of bad luck in the bayou from time to time. Here's your Oklahoma. This will get you started. You can grab consumables and other things, but this is just your super cheap package. The most important thing about kits for me is that they're a lot of fun, and this kit is the most fun in the game for me. I call it the Big Oklahoma. It's my pair of pistols, and then I sling a long rifle over my shoulder. I love this kit because as a solo player, target of opportunities are huge. And this kit allows you to engage those target of opportunities pretty much at any range with crazy offensive firepower. With the Sparks, I like the marksmanship version with either, FMJ or poison. I really like the poison ammo. And then what's really nice is if you get rushed, you've got these to kind of counter the rush. You can really surprise people sometimes. I've had teams rush me and I've come out ahead because the dual wields come out and get to work. So I love this setup. Again, it just gives you so many ways to play and engage if you want to sit back. But if you have the opportunity to kind of ambush a whole team. The dual wield pistols kind of make up for the weakness of the Sparks, and the Sparks, of course, makes up for the weakness of the pistols. Great kit. Can't recommend it enough. We all have our favorite kits in the game, and for me, this is the one. This kit has produced so many hilarious and great stories for me, and I love it to death. The Sparks keeps it cheap. There's more expensive 3-point options, but I love my Sparks. Next kit up, the Route 66. This is for if you have recently died to a pack of dogs, if you were in a firefight that was going great, but then a hive or an immolator aggroed and just ruined the whole thing. This right here is just a great light side, dark side build, okay? You got the pistols for the PvP and players, and you got this pair of pistols for the PvE. And again, make sure you're grabbing this poison ammo. A lot of you already know, so I won't waste your time, but just in case you don't, these dual wield pistols, probably some of the most powerful PvE tools in the game. As I missed 2 shots. It just gives you the power to burn through dangerous mobs so quickly. Now, you don't get the crow. Well, there you go. I kind of fucked that up. But you don't get the crow. You got to turn these on. I think if you go past these and don't turn these on, you're a piece of shit. But it can't help with the crows, but it does a good job helping with the dogs. You can make an argument that you only need one pistol. We're good. We're good. We're just going to hit and run. See? And then we're going to come back around on them. And don't be afraid to play a little crazy with your pistols. You see me missing shots like crazy. Just keep sending them down range. Can I just say how much I absolutely love this skin? And if you've had a dual-wielding grandma attack you in a 3-star lobby anytime in the last probably 48 hours, very likely it was me. Love this skin. It's just so cool. And if you're looking for another build to play, the Bone Mason here came with a really cool weapon. And this is another build I've been playing and checking out. Because remember, your pistols only cost you 2 points, so you can carry another 2-point item. And the Bone Mason came with the Romero hatchet skin, and I checked it out, and I actually kind of been enjoying it. Now, There's some debate on whether you should run slugs or dragon's breath. A lot of people swear by slugs, and they're pretty great. But they are 65 versus the 10. And there's something about being a grandma from hell with flame rounds that is just awesome. Oh, look what we got. Now watch. These fire rounds are just great. I can't help it. Look, he's on fire, and then you top him off. Isn't that great? And the little hatchet's really handy in PvC. And you just get your little spread like this. Oh, look, my man just got... he ate around for me. Oh, that zombie. I don't love that zombie for taking that round for me. Ah! Got me. Good job. Well, there you go. Still had fun. Build I call the cowboy build or the badass build, whatever. I just find a lot of these uppercuts lying around. And so I actually end up in this build quite a bit because I just have a hard time leaving a $500 gun on the ground. I'm trying to get better with it because this gun complements a lot of other builds. So there's some advantage to using this, but you could use these for the up close and personal business and then use this from range to get practice with it. Again, you'll find a lot of these lying around, but this build is just pistols all the way down. I have fun with it when I find them, and don't be afraid to use it and ride the lightning. If you're wanting to add some more long-range pressure or dueling power to your pistols, and you don't have the Quartermaster perk, one of the great additions that I like to add is this Springfield Deadeye. It comes with the dum-dum ammo and some poison ammo. I like to carry one of each. The dum-dum for creating pressure on, and obviously for other players. And then I also like to bring a stack of the poison ammo in case I like to hit a hunter with it. Or if I need to drop an armored or an immolator real quick, I have that. Again, I mostly run with FMJ, but if you just really love a bleed build, this is a fun way to do it. This is going to put a lot of shit out on people and just really be a pain in the ass to deal with. So there's a nice ranged option you can add to your pistol loadouts if you don't have the Quartermaster perk. If you have the Quartermaster perk, you come up here, run you a big Oklahoma with a Krag, a Martini, whatever you want. But without that, you still got this Springfield Compact that you can sling, and it doesn't even require Quartermaster. And the Deadeye gives you some nice zoom capability to really land those shots to get you started on the right foot in a shootout. You can't run that far. Well, it's a good thing we added the long range to this kit because it has come in handy in this match. See if we can pull it off. Woo. Gonna make these ladies sing. God, I love this game. In the end, I think what I love about dual wielding is that they embody everything I love about Hunt in general. They're chaotic, they're dynamic, they're sexy as fuck, and most importantly, they're an absolute blast. You can dress up the playstyle in a ton of ways. You can pair them with the long rifle, you can pair them with the shotgun, pair them with the crossbow, whatever you think. More pistols, just there's a ton of ways to have a ton of fun. And I hope I've highlighted some of that for you. But now you've seen what they can do, partner. What do you think? Can I interest you in a pair? Oklahoma out.